Hey guys, I have spent probably about 15 years or so teaching people how to avoid writing upfront appraisals and instead teaching them to schedule the repair jobs in for a meticulous disassembly and a blueprint. Nowadays, I got another option for you. You're going to want to stick around for this one. I want to welcome everybody to Elite's Body Shop Management Tip of the Week. My name is Dave Luehr. I am a collision industry business coach and founder of Elite Body Shop Solutions. So, like I said, starting around 15 years or so ago, I found that it was a complete waste of time to prepare an estimate on a damaged vehicle. And because of all the inaccurate ways that we were writing estimates back then, the repairs were usually delayed. Ridiculous cycle times, multiple supplements, parts orders, chaos, you name it. That was our normal back then. So we started performing what is now commonly referred to as a blueprint, right? We're blueprinting, we're repair planning, X-ray, DFR, blah, 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 right? All those different names that we have for it. But by eliminating that upfront guesstimate, our cycle time was actually improved and our efficiencies massively improved simply by avoiding writing anything until the vehicle was disassembled to the point where we could write an accurate appraisal, do that blueprint. However, the world has changed again, right? Cars have become more complex, ADAS, right? You name it. Then came all of the problems we've experienced the last couple years with the supply chain, right? So what happened was all of our clients that we taught how to do this blueprinting thing, right, as their primary appraisal method, found themselves suddenly buried in excess work in process, tying up all their cash. They got cars sitting around everywhere waiting for parts. So when this started happening, what do? We need to adapt. We need to change to the modern world. So at Elite, right, my team and I, we actually borrowed some of the long-standing practices of those in other parts of the world. Other people around the world that have always had supply chain issues. The United Kingdom, right? Remote parts of Canada, to be more specific, right? Some of these shops were better at preparing a form of appraisal and then leaving the customer in the car until they could acquire 100% of the parts. So many of these shops were reporting cycle times like half, right? Twice as good as what most of the shops in the US perform. And these guys' cash flow was much better because they weren't carrying so much WIP all the time. So we went to work, right, and designed a customizable method we call ERA, Enhanced Repair Appraisal, ERA. So many of our clients are now qualifying between, 20 and 50% of their workload to schedule appraisals at their shop to write an accurate upfront appraisal on repair jobs that makes sense for them, okay? Now, since these shops have been doing it, they have been reporting these crazy improvements in cycle time while improving the experience for the customer, the employees, their insurance people, right? Some are even gaining the cooperation of insurers who are seeing significant reductions in rental car usage as a result of using ERA. So now what do you think I mean by make sense for them? Because it's very important that you determine for you what makes sense for you when it comes to how we perform an upfront appraisal. It's not for everybody. Now, because ERA involves keeping the customer in the car until we can get all the parts, rule number one is safety, right? We got to do this right. Because sometimes you may be required to pull a little piece of trim, a bumper cover sometimes, some kind of a shield in order to meet your goal of discovering 100% of the damage. And then you may have to put these parts back on the car, right, so that the customer can safely drive it until your shop is ready to actually work on it. You've got all the parts, authorizations, and everything you need, okay? So many of our clients are also using tools like a borescope to discover and image, and even take videos of hidden damage when the removal of parts is not preferred at this stage. So what am I trying to say here, right? If you do it right, you can build an amazing appraisal system, right? A system that allows you to prepare an advanced appraisal that allows you to accurately prepare an upfront repair plan, then get the parts that you need on a single complete order before you allow that vehicle back into the shop for the actual repairs. It just makes a lot of sense, right? On many small and medium-sized jobs, this approach is going to help you reduce your work in process to manageable levels once again and help you with your cash flow. Listen, this is a big subject, but if ERA interests you, you're going to need to do a couple things, and you're going to need to do it way, way different than just writing a 15-minute curb sheet, right? First thing you're going to need to do, right? You're going to need to make sure that you're spending at least 1 hour. You're making an appointment with that customer to have their car in your presence for minimum 1 hour. Next thing you need to do, you need, before the car even gets there for an appraisal, right? You need images, right, of the damage prior to even scheduling the appraisal, right? We recommend Body Shop Booster is a great tool to do that. You need to get the VIN number. This is the third thing, because you need to determine what kind of ADAS equipment this vehicle is equipped with, right, before you commit to bringing it in and disassembling anything off of it, right? So find out what that thing's equipped with before you even bring it in for the appraisal. Here's the next thing you need to do before that car even gets to your shop for its appointment. You need to have the OEM repair procedures in hand prior to the arrival of the car. This is going to save you a lot of research time. You'll be prepared for that customer when they get there. Okay, lastly, you need to create images that are so good that an insurance company could actually approve that claim without coming to the shop. So if you're pulling parts off of the car, photos and documentation are everything if you're going to commit to an ERA program like I'm talking about. If the images and the information indicate that this repair job is not a good fit for an enhanced repair appraisal, then don't do it, right? Schedule it in when your blueprint department can perform a meticulous disassembly, and just do it that way. Just do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor. Do me a favor. Just stop writing curb sheets. It's a waste of time for everybody. Look, and like I said, this is a big topic. If you want some help, right? If you want to know what maybe a couple next steps would be, we have trainers on our elite team that can help you design a program that works for you. Just reach out to us, right? info@elitebodyshopsolutions.com. Guys, I want to thank you for joining me for this Elite Body Shop Management Tip of the Week. If you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got hours and hours of other videos on there that you might enjoy. And give us a thumbs up. I want to thank you for being here today. See you next time.